Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. We are here in Do You Nerds Game Room, and we are going to do a little time traveling back to what year?
All the way back to 1998, the year I graduated.
Wow. Hey, and what are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking the Brown Note by Against the Grain. It's an American brown ale.
Every time I hear it, I think of Brown Eye. I don't know why. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a Brown Eye if you care to, and let's time travel back to 1998.
Squad. You're watching Gaming Off the Grid, possibly the greatest channel on earth.
Yeah,
well,
greatest.
Besides Game Shack, Game Chasers, Retro Liberty, Chase Up for the Right Price, Russ Lyman.
Here we are. We are back in 1998. We're in Do You Nerds Game Room. I don't think this game room existed in 98. In your mind, it might.
Yes, in my mind, my heart, my dreams, totally.
All right. And Robert, just for the hell of it, how old were you in 1998?
98, it was a really good year for me. I celebrated my 4th birthday. That's when I peaked, dude. That was a good year.
Was that your peak in life?
98 was a great year.
Right.
I wish I could go back. I had a lot of fun.
So guys, you guys know how we do these. We travel back to these years and we do like the things we would take to a desert island. We talk through music albums, movies, and video games, and then we will do a beer review at the end. So 1998, let's go ahead and start. Lady Lacey, ladies first.
With music.
Yes, what
albums.
is your favorite album from the year of 1998?
That would have to be the Armageddon soundtrack.
You're going with a soundtrack.
I am.
Very unique.
Because it's a nice variety of music.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart.
Every time I think of that album, I think of, and every time I think of you.
I'm gonna be honest. That was me and my first girlfriend's song.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith.
How are you feeling right now?
When you were 4?
At the age of 4?
Well, no, I was in high school, but that was still our song.
Are you sad right
makes
now?
me want to cry.
Here's an early player.
Take a drink, you'll be alright. Just bury your feelings. It's good. It's good. Alright, Tom, this is your year, the year you graduated. You're driving around probably faster than you should have. Who knows what you were doing inside your car?
What? No, never. That's a good boy.
What was your favorite album from 1998?
Oh, I'm going to have to go with Cake, Prolonging the Magic. I'm pretty sure they only singled with Never There, but songs like Guitar, Let Me Go. I mean, the sound, it's great. I love it.
We've texted about them, or poloed, I think, before. I like a lot of their covers. It was a good time for music. 98 was...
It really was.
And I'm not very familiar with that song, but I am familiar with Cake, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm very familiar with Pie as well.
I was going to say, I rather enjoy whipped icing on my cake, so...
Well, so many things. We could go down a lot of rabbit holes here, but we're going to keep moving right along. Robert, 4 years old, 98. I don't think you were probably listening to the album that you're going to pick for this episode.
No,
what's your favorite album from this
This
year?
album I discovered later in life with this band as well. It's the self-titled album, Queens of the Stone Age. This album is incredible. Just the opening track, Regular John. Dude, that song is badass. You Can't Quit Me, baby. I say that all the time.
Nexi Cola?
Yeah, dude, this album's so good. I love it. And it's the beginning of Queens of the Stone Age, and they are incredible.
Yeah, it was coming right off the heels of Kaya, so it was Josh Homey's new project, and he had a dinger.
He's still digging with
The
it.
chord shifts in Regular John, the opening track, they do things to me that they shouldn't. For my album from 1998, it is a landslide for me. I do love that record. I do like Cake. I mean, Armageddon, who doesn't like that? But Local H's Pack Up the Cats.
Okay.
Which I do think won Album of the Year in Spin Magazine in 98.
Really?
Yeah, it was a great record. I think it's some of the best work that they have done. Kind of a weird time for the band because their record label was going through some things. I think the album would have done a lot better had they had the funding to go through with the touring and all that. But if you guys haven't checked out Local H's Pack Up the Cats, you need to do so.
I just recently got that album on vinyl, and it's incredible, dude. Cool Magnet on that album.
Yeah.
She Hates My Job.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many great tracks.
I always, the feeling I get from Everything is Fine and Good. It's just such a good, smooth jam.
It's a great freaking record.
Yeah, and I love it's kind of a breakup album. Pack up the cats and move to the city.
Yep.
You know, they're breaking up. He gets stuck with the cats. It's kind of the story. But I love how all the songs chain together. There's a transition. There's no dead space on the album.
It's very
so when
cool.
you listen to it, it definitely is not something you want to just pick and choose songs on Pandora's box.
It's a story.
You want to listen to the whole thing front to back. So
What's also cool is 98, we didn't mention it at all, but the top song in 98 was Iris, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
I remember that song. I mean, not when I was 4,
I remember
but
the
I
video
remember
too.
that song.
Yeah, Johnny Resnick. Have you guys seen him lately? Dude's had some work done.
He look good or bad?
I'm gonna go. I think he looks worse. I thought he was a pretty good-looking young boy, and all of a sudden I see him. I'm like, he looks like Britney Spears. All of a sudden.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Pre-shaved head or after?
No, after. But yeah, he's just looking a little rough. I don't know. When your face quits moving, you've went too far. But
Speaking of going too far, let's move on to movies from 98. I love me some movies. So what is your movie from 98?
1998. I wish I could go with something a little deeper than this, but there's some deep parts in this. You just have to listen. Waterboy.
Oh, dude, this movie's super deep.
Oh
It's
my
about
God.
teamwork and friendship
And water.
and love.
Yeah.
And,
Finding out who the devil is.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, the whole relationship with his mom, and she just doesn't let him experience the world. And then he meets Vicky Valancourt, and he starts playing. I mean, it's just a great movie. Actually, oddly enough, we were out game hunting today. On the drive back to your guys' place, we were talking about Miss Valancourt in the car, and cracking some jokes. So that would be my movie from '98.
It's such a funny movie.
My name is Bobby Boucher.
I've got to go with basketball. Matt Stone, Trey Parker doing the whole South Park thing, but when they started breaking out into some live action movies, basketball really nailed it. Plus, we learned how to psych each other out with that movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna be honest and say I've never seen it.
Yeah, we're
need to.
gonna
You
remedy
need to.
that.
Yes,
We're gonna remedy
You
that.
gotta see the
I'm gonna
tale
change
of Joe Coop Cooper and Doug Surswish Reamer.
Those are their names.
It's a good one. It is a good one for sure. Lacey.
Well, not to be, too far off, but I'm gonna go with Armageddon the movie.
We have. Ooh, I think she likes Armageddon.
I think she likes Armageddon a lot.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
That movie, Mr. Willis, he does a great job in that.
Mr. Willis. I call him Bruce. We're on a first name.
You're on a first name basis,
Yeah.
huh?
I mean, he's cool.
Plus, Liv Tyler's still
Yeah.
in her prime.
And yeah,
Yeah.
she had an amazing role. That was probably, I don't know, maybe her first big box office release role.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of remember it being a thing that she was in the movie and her dad was like the lead single on the soundtrack. And
I feel before then she was pretty much known as the other girl alongside of Alicia Silverstone in the Aerosmith videos.
Yeah.
Don't forget Empire Records. She was in that.
Oh,
Fair enough.
okay.
Yeah, don't remember that. Wasn't there. My movie, it's kind of like a serious film, but the main actor's in it, he's like a comedic actor, and that's The Truman Show.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Man, it's so good. I just remember the first time I saw it, obviously wasn't in 98, but I was like, whoa. Like the twist
Yeah.
at the end and being like, it's not
Yeah.
real, but is real, and everyone's in on it. It's kind of messed up, but it's such a good movie.
It is a good movie. Honestly, that was my second choice. Was the
It's-
Truman Show.
It's so good. It's so like raw and real, and
Yeah,
he
it's
like
there's two different realities
he
going
Yeah.
on.
freaks out.
I think you and I use that. If I don't see you, the good morning and good night greeting
In
thing
case I
that he
don't see you,
does.
good afternoon, good evening. and
Yeah,
good
we
night.
always say that.
Plus, it starts to freak you out and make you think that there are cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Wait. No, I think we're good. 98 was the final episode of Seinfeld. Can you
Okay.
believe that?
That long ago?
Yeah, I mean,
That feels like it was only like 10 years ago.
I mean, it's because Seinfeld's still on TV. They're still
I
playing
guess,
replays.
yeah.
You can walk around drunk all day. That's Hennigan's. No smell, no tell, scotch.
Our boy Bill Clinton,
Oh,
still around.
Clinton,
I think he's
dude.
man of the year,
I
wasn't
think
he?
he was Lice Man of the Year,
Yeah.
and he's also did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Fine, the word is.
Yes, that's a very iconic quote. Man, Bill, he's a
He's a wild man.
He's a funny guy. What instrument does he play?
The skin
the
flute.
skin flute or something? That's what I was thinking.
Saxophone.
It's something close. I was thinking something like that. But speaking of playing instruments, let's move on to video games from '98. What are we taking to Desert Island?
I gotta go with Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, on the PS1.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
great freaking game.
It's my favorite series ever. I distinctly remembered when I got my PS1, so I had a 64, and I got my PS1 from my uncle, and it had a really scratched up disc 1 of Metal Gear Solid 1, and I didn't have a memory card, so I played it all the way through till you had to switch discs.
Oh, you didn't have disc 2?
No.
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, my God.
So I had to get a hold of my friend, and I left it on for like 2 days, and his mom brought him over like on like the weekend so I could get disc 2, and he brought me a memory card.
Dude, speaking of that reminds me of the first time we played it together. Our disc 2 is messed up, and we had to beat the final boss 80 million times because it would keep freezing, and so we'd have to dude, it's
we got so good at beating that boss we could almost like speed run.
Dude, that game's so cool because like you have to take the controller out and put it in controller port 2 at one of the bosses.
The boss fight with Psycho Manus. I mean, that's be a whole different episode. And that's one of the coolest boss fights that I can ever remember.
The codes, and there's a code on the back of the box. Like, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah. How do I find how to contact Meryl? It's on the back of the CD case.
Like, that's so cool.
It was just like breaking down that wall. I mean, there was just nothing at that point that had done those type of things.
Metal Gear. Such a good game.
Damn it, Meryl. All right, moving right along. Game from '98.
Oh, come on. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Literally the reason I got a Nintendo 64.
Wow.
Taking the epic that is Zelda and moving it to a 3D world for the first time.
Are you saying that game's better than Wind Waker?
I would say it's better than Wind Waker.
Because Captain Algebra says Wind Waker's the best Zelda game. I've never played it, so I don't know.
Unfortunately, Cap, you're going to have to put some more time into Ocarina because, you know, it's topping Wind Waker totally.
Where would it rank, just because you're such a huge Zelda fan, if you had to just on the fly, where does it fall in the pantheon of Zelda games for you?
Ooh, that is a tough call. In all honesty, it would probably be a solid 4th or 5th.
Okay.
It's not bad, though.
I really like some of the Super Nintendo outings, as well as the 3DS follow-up, Link Between Worlds. Stuff like that. That 2D isometric view are great.
Yep, awesome. It's a fantastic game.
I still haven't played a single Zelda game. So
after we're done filming this, we're actually going to fix that. So.
Yes.
Lacey, what do you got?
I have Spyro.
Spyro the Dragon.
Original.
The original,
Why'd
yes.
you pick Spyro?
Well, I've always been fascinated with dragons, and the thought that I could actually run around playing as a dragon was an amazing concept
and you're
to
like
me.
a young dragon.
I know. And he's so quippy, and he's just fun, and
He's kind of flirty, too.
yeah.
That era was kind of the dawn, I guess, if you will, of that 3D platforming collectathon style of game.
Yes, that's why I loved Spyro. He's like collecting all the coins, kind of open world-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I know we're
Spyro's
not
awesome.
in '98 when I asked this question, but what'd you think of the remake that came in the future? Did you like it?
Yeah, I haven't played the remake. I watched him play the remake.
The remake
So-
You made me do the work.
It's
I did.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the remake. I was a huge Spyro fan. I think the second one's my favorite in the whole series. But speaking of open world collectathon, my game from 1998 has to be Banjo-Kazooie. I talk about this game ad nauseum. It's such a cool platformer, open world. I just love the mechanics. It's an N64 game that still holds up, and I know a lot of people are going to get mad at that, but I'm telling the truth. It does still hold up. It's beautiful. It plays great. It was such a unique game, and I just love it.
Yeah, I've been holding out hope. I kind of felt like when they put Banjo in the Smash game,
They were gonna-
maybe was a sign of life for the franchise.
Yeah, I hope the same.
There might be one down the future.
You know, and Microsoft and Nintendo seem to be, I don't think they're in the sheets together yet, but they're at least in the same hotel.
They used to be in the sheets, and then they didn't. And then it's kind of pack up the cats,
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but wow, '98 was pretty cool. There's some good picks. Like if we ended up on a desert island and happened to be together, we'd have a lot of cool shit.
Oh
Yeah.
no doubt.
We'd have a lot of stuff, a lot of laughs, a lot of tears, and a lot of this. Let's talk about the brown note against the grain. The only reason we picked this up, to be honest, is because of the can art
and the name.
And the name. Wow, this is just gross.
Yeah.
But hilarious because we're immature. So what do you guys think of the brown up by Against the Grain? It's an American brown ale.
I'm surprised that it's, I hate to say it, not thicker than what it is. I expected it to have more of a consistency, but being as light as it is, I don't know. It's
it
a little
nutty?
more enjoyable. I don't know. Is yours corny?
Oh, there is some floaties.
What is that in there?
But enjoyable. I mean, what do you guys think of it?
So I'm not a huge brown ale fan just in general, but this is enjoyable. I think a lot of people would like this beer. It's simple. It's not doing anything offensive. For being not a fan of brown ales, I'm like, but I feel like this is a decent brown ale. I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't like the style.
Lacey?
It's not gross.
Yeah? Don't love it? Not gross?
It tastes better than poop.
I don't generally make a practice of doing that. I'm not a big hops fan. I don't like a hoppy flavor, so this doesn't give me that.
Yeah.
But there is a note on the back of my tongue that I can't quite pick out, a little bitterness on the back of my tongue.
I could see that, yeah, a little bit.
But other than that, I mean, it's not a bad beer.
Yeah, I think it's just... I think that's kind of the across the board. It's not a bad beer. I don't think...
But
this is a great representation of the style. So you would be like, hey...
Say you were to pick this beer up at the store and you read the description, I feel like your hopes would be high, so I'm going to read the description. This is the brown ale to end all brown ales. Enjoy it, because there's no longer any reason to drink another brown ale. You've reached the pinnacle, the disco bump, the brown note. Drink this beer or shit yourself trying. So I feel like they're claiming this is the best brown ale ever.
Yeah.
And I don't think it is. I don't know, I think
We've had ones on the channel that are definitely better. But anyway, I mean, I'm glad we got it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I'd buy it again.
Just for humor. Just for humor.
What kind of food would you pair this with?
You know, I don't know.
What does brown ales, what do they go good with?
That's maybe it'd be good with a burger or something like that.
Burrito, Taco Bell.
Oh.
Jello
You don't need to double the brown note.
I don't know, I'm just keeping with the tone.
Guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for having us. Thanks for being on the channel. We greatly
you for
appreciate
Thank you
it.
for coming to our game room.
Guys, here it is. It's plug time. If you haven't checked out Do You Nerd, we will leave a link in the description below. You know the drill. We always appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for traveling back to 1998 with Gaming Off the Grid and Do You Nerd. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid.
My game from 1988. 1988. My game. My game from 19.
I mean, you're pretty tight, so any room that...
Oh, jeez. Just everything falls over.
Damn, I did not know that was like a tripwire right there.
Oh, yeah.
Readjust the whole damn...
Oh, yeah. What'd you expect?
Okay,
I'll just say
in time-honored tradition,
Yep.
pre-episode toast. Just to get,
Oh, man.
Just to get the taste.
all right,
Drink this
here we
beer
go.
or shoot yourself trying.
I might already do that.
It tastes a lot better than poop. That's for sure.
Do you know, though?
Hey, what beer are we drinking?
Oh, today we're drinking the brown note. I wanted to make a sound effect, but it threw me off. I'm sorry.
You threw yourself off?
Brown note.
Brown ale.
Did he say brown eye? I think he said brown note. I don't know. Guys, we always appreciate you doing something and ringing your something. And I don't even know.
And see you later.
Okay.
I was wondering how you're going to recover from that.
Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. We have special guest Do You Nerd in the bill. Nope.
T-belly. That was more of a
Well, there's the brown note.
That was more of a no. That was a brown splash.
Oh,
That's it. That's it.
that's gotta be it, because
It has to be.
I'm a little skunked out a little bit. That one I could smell the whole time.
I can't. It didn't reach this far. I'm good. I'm good over here.
I think I blocked it.
You're safe.